Hey everyone, it's Adam Mitchell here with Treasure Trading, and we are back with another trade recap. Today is September 28th, 2022, and I'm ending the day up $41.65. That all came from one stock, ABOS. I only traded two stocks this morning, ABOS and BIAF. Yeah, today was kind of slow. I think there was some opportunity, but yeah, like overall, it was just a slow morning, I think. But yeah, let's get into the trades here. Okay, so my first trade was on ABOS. I just bought 50 shares for this dip into the $0.50. And, the reason I bought this was because it looked like it was holding up. We had this big bottoming wick right here. And, price had squeezed up from 720 all the way up to 840. And I mean, that's a pretty big swing. I figured that it was going to dip nicely and then make a curl back up again. So I took this trade here, but I wind up cutting it because I'm really thinking that we are going to get that bigger dip, down into the 720 area. So I'm down about $2 on the stock. Let's see what happens. All right, so fast forward here. I'm starting to scale into a position, and I took 50 shares at 744. We aren't quite down to that 720 area yet, but I wind up adding more, I think, closer to that level. So now I'm in with a total of 100 shares at 740, and the low here looks like it's about 730. So I've got about 20 cents of room to the downside before I have to cut it so I don't lose more than my max loss per trade. But we can see on the chart here that it's forming a very obvious level of support here at around that 730 mark. So I'm just waiting for this thing to pop up. Let's see what happens here. So it's squeezing up, and I'm up about 18 bucks on it, and I have an order out to sell some of it. And then we're pulling back just a little bit here. And I keep moving my sell orders, my stop loss order, my profit taking order, because I'm not sure which way it's going to go, but it looks like we're holding up right here. There we go. I've got my stop loss placed again. And then off of that level, we start to make that turnaround. And I'm just like, oh man, so I had put my profit order back out there, and now I put my stop loss order back out again, because I don't know which way it's going to go. So I just want to make sure that my order's out there. So I keep flopping around here. But let's see what happens. So there we go. It's getting bought up. There's this very obvious level of support at 740. So we have support at 730, support at 740. And now I'm just waiting for this thing to make a squeeze to the upside. So there we go. So we got a pretty big squeeze right there. And I went ahead and sold the whole position, and I locked up $25. So I wind up taking another trade on this stock, but it was on my other screen because I was trading something else. And I saw that this stock was about to rip. So I got in it. And it happened so fast, and I got out, and I wasn't able to capture it. But we'll get to that. But yeah, so I'm up $25 so far on the morning and on the stock. So let's see what continues to happen. Okay, so fast forwarding here to, back to ABOS. I drew in this support line. So there's this obvious level of support that is formed. And we just came up into this level here at around 785. And I think I left some money on the table with this one, but let's see. So right here, I'm taking a trade. I got in with 50 shares as it came down into the 9 moving average. And let's see, I'm waiting for it to pop up, but it's not really giving me that pop. I think I just go ahead and cut it. Or no, maybe I added into it actually. I think I added into it. Yeah. So now I'm in with 100 shares at 763. So man, I don't think I traded this very smartly, because I had the inclination that it was going to come down into this support level, and this is where I should be buying. Getting with 100 shares closer to 750, maybe at 752, 753, but instead I'm in with 100 shares at 763, which is like up here. So not the best entry. I forget what happens on this stock, but let's see. So we can see off of that level, we're getting that bounce, right? This was the better entry right here. Like, let's imagine that I'm in at the better entry at this support level with 100 shares. I'd be up another 10 bucks. Like, I'd be up like 20 bucks on this thing. And I sold it basically into that drop off of that level, and I locked up another few bucks. I press sell. So now I'm up 31. I was up 25. Now I'm up 31. So I'm halfway to my profit target. So let's see what continues to happen here. So look at what this thing did. This is interesting. So we have this level, this trend line, this level of support here, and it broke through it, but it came down into 740, which is this level of support right here. So it broke down, came down into 740 into all this other support, and it got bought up. So that could have been a good place to get back in. But here I am. I'm getting in with 50 shares again at 761. So, I mean, it's an entry pretty much at the trend line here, because it looked like it was going to do a dip and a rip. So I got in down here. Let's see what happens. So I think I just went ahead and sold it, and now I'm only up 30. So I lost $1 on that trade. Let's see what continues to happen. So this is the trade that I got on my other screen. So we can see now I'm up 47 on this stock. And, I was taking the good entries down here. Let's see what exactly my orders were. All right, so I've got this thing pulled back up here. Let's see what my orders were on that trade. So that would have been at about 959. So 959, I'm buying 100 shares of ABOS at 768. So I can see that this thing's starting to curl up, and I got in it right here. And I wound up selling it. I think I sold it early. I mean, 783, 786. I'm selling it up into this line here. So that's not the worst place to be getting out. Maybe I could have gotten, just a little bit more up into the 200 moving average. And yeah. And then, we can see that I'm only up 46 on the stock. I wound up losing another $1 because I was kind of trading this thing in this range right here, because I was ultimately looking for this move up into VWAP at around 820. So I was getting in on these dips, but they weren't really like popping up as much as I wanted them to. It was just grinding, but I mean, the trade would have worked, and it didn't go against me. So I should have been in it. And, there were clearly a lot of other traders out there who were expecting this thing to move up into this level so that they could take profit or open a short position at that level, because it sold off pretty hard from, about 820 all the way back down to 744, which, we can see that there's this new level of support here, like this level of support that formed, that you could have been getting in on right here, right? As price breaks back over the 20 moving average and the 9 moving average, once it breaks back over that, I mean, this would have been a really nice move to be in on. if I was in on this move, I don't know how much of it I would have actually gotten, which is part of my strategy that I need to work on. When a stock is going up and you're getting good entries at the lows, how can you ensure that you are making this profit on the way up and also protecting profit and making sure that you're going to come out ahead if you do decide to trade this move, and placing your stops at the right spots and taking profit at the right spots and adding back at the right spots and so on and so forth. I still got to figure that out, but ABOS put in a nice move. It was kind of like an ABCD setup there, looking at the rest of the day on this thing here. This thing made a really nice ABCD setup. A, B, C, D. And it came up into this lineup here at 920. I mean, this was a really, really good move right here. I was trading it in this range right here. I got this move, and then it pulled back, and then I got the next move. And I could have gotten this pullback down here if I decided to keep trading. I don't know why I decided to be done trading for the day, but I was like, I think I'm done. Because I could have gotten this move. I could have gotten something out of this, and then I could have been at my profit target. But I'm only up $41 this morning. So, it wasn't to my profit target. My profit target is $60 to $100 a day, because I feel like if I land within that range, that'll show me that I did a good job that day, given the opportunity and, realizing that I traded it well and I didn't make any mistakes and I just did a good job. And I feel like, given the size that I'm trading right now, if I'm able to consistently hit between 60 and $100 a day of profit, then that'll show me that I'm finally there. Like, I finally have that consistency down. Right now, this week, I should say, I made like $30, $40, $40. And there was more money to be made. And there was also trades that I took that maybe were bad trades. I think I had some stupid losses in the last couple of days, maybe, trades that I missed and whatever. So, it's better to be in this position where I'm not quite hitting my profit target, but I'm still, pulling something out of the market. So I'm just going to keep trading well and, see how I'm doing in a few weeks, and maybe I'll start to size up or something. We'll see. So yeah, that's the recap. Those were my trades, and yeah, if you guys like these recaps, then please go ahead and do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and leave a like. And I will see you guys in the next video. All right, guys.